All right, guys. So, I thought we could start on our backs. If you have a block, let's bring our block to the ground. And if you don't have a block, maybe just bring your fist behind your head, kind of on the occipital, the very base of that head. We have kind of those spots where the neck and the head come together. We're going to rest our head on a block or maybe on our fists. And if you're on a block, you can kind of move the head back and forth. And if you're on your hands, you can just kind of do the same thing. And let's cover up with a blanket. And let's drop into our breath. And I was told by someone, like a massage therapist, and she's told me that this is where we hold our thoughts. I don't know if it's really true, but imagine that that's where we hold our thoughts. And as we just go back and forth, we can just kind of loosen up our thoughts. Those thoughts that maybe we suppress, those thoughts that come up a lot. Dropping into our breath. Maybe letting go of the heaviness of a thought. Maybe that idea that a thought is so concrete because we don't even know where thoughts come from. They just kind of arise. So just loosening up our grip on our thoughts, loosening up those thoughts that recur and recur and recur, just kind of loosening up everything in order to digest energetically and let go energetically. Just releasing. Maybe noticing the rise and fall of the belly or the rise and fall of the chest. It's okay to hang out on one side of that back of the head and kind of press down before moving over to roll to the other one, or maybe you just have a steady roll back and forth. And now maybe one or two more breaths. Now removing the block, or removing the hands from behind the head. Let's bring our head to the floor, our palms to the ground or to the sky, and just rest here in Shavasana. This rebound, feeling the rebound, that little massage. Landing in your sacred space. And maybe inviting into the sacred space that you're in a collective intention to sort through, to digest. In Sanskrit, the word viveka means discriminate. And we use that to refer to our digestion. We discriminate what we need to keep and what we need to let go of. So that discrimination, just inviting that into our space to support us and coming into the truth of who we are. Let's let out a breath. And then our first supportive shape is to hug that right knee into the chest. The left leg can stay long. Maybe you want to bend the left leg so it's kind of in, like if you were in a half butterfly with the left leg, but the right knee hugs into the chest. We'll be here for about 4 minutes. Imagine that compression in the ascending colon. Stomach meridian across the top of the knee. Just the weight of our hands or our arms across the shin or the knee, just hugging that knee into the chest. As we breathe, the air element fans the digestive fire. That stomach meridian connected to the earth element. Maybe you feel that earth grounded. Maybe noticing the silence. Noticing if the silence has a weight. Maybe it's heavy. Maybe it's light. Maybe it's neutral. But seeing if you can draw support from the silence. About another minute here in this shape. Perhaps feeling if the next breath you take in moves to a particular area. And let the breath leave the body. Now one more in-breath. And on your exhale, release the leg, send it long and find your rebound. Resting on our backs. And dropping into this space even more. Notice the areas of stillness within yourself. You can seek it out. One more in-breath, the belly rises, maybe the chest rises as well. And then we'll exhale, we're going to draw the left knee in to the chest, the right leg can stay long, or maybe you like it if your knee is out kind of at the side and the side of the right foot's on the ground. Just letting yourself find the shape that's supportive for you. And this left knee hugging into the side of the stomach, that descending colon. That stomach meridian across the knee again. That stomach meridian is what supports us in drawing nourishment from our food, but also every single experience. So as we sifted through those thoughts earlier and let them kind of free up, the stomach meridian is going to sort through the ones that are helpful and kind of let go of the ones that aren't. So we can create new patterns of thinking, new patterns of being that are supportive, our highest self. See if you can drift into a little more ease. Notice where there's effort. And feel that balance within. The pattern of your in-breath and out-breath might change. And that's okay. Just invite your yin breath into the space, which is an effortless breath. It's just your natural breath. Not trying to change it right now, just letting the breath come and go however it arrives and departs. If a particular emotion surfaces, just notice it and maybe allow yourself to be with it. If you feel it's safe and you feel that the timing is right. If you feel like you want to come back to it later, just gently offer that emotion to be tended to with love and compassion at another time. And just find whatever space that you really want to be in right now. Let's bring our awareness to the in-breath, not trying to change it, but just being with it. And then on the out-breath, send that leg long, finding our rebound again. And let chi just flow through the body. Again, those elemental aspects of ourselves just harmonizing. We don't even have to do anything special. We just come together, hold a shape, breathe, and let the body just do its thing. Now with full awareness, let's gently roll over to one side so we can come up to seated. Yeah, and so here we're going to come into a seated forward fold. So that's one option. So our legs are long. I just have mine covered with a blanket because I like to stay warm because I tend to cool off quite a bit. So just send those legs long. The feet can be apart a lot or a little. And then we'll just fold over. And letting the back really round. And if that, you might feel it on the back of the legs. You might feel it in the back. Either way, just bring that into your space. Maybe you want to try a standing forward fold. This is a lot more yang than yin, but it's another option. Maybe you want to stand and fold. You can slightly bend the knees, maybe, and grab opposite elbows and hang just like this. This is a lot more effort to stand and fold than it is to sit and fold. So remembering why you came, remembering why you're here, and choosing which variation you want based on what brought you here tonight. We'll be here about 4 more minutes. So about 5 minutes in total to fold forward. This water element of the bladder and kidney. Those are those parts of us that help us to feel okay in the world. This is our water element. The water element rules emotions. Those kidneys have to do with fear. If you have a little too much activity in the kidney, you can be that kind of daredevil. But when it's balanced, it's that really strong sense of self and safety in the world. And if you're quiet enough, you might be able to hear your heart whisper. Sometimes when we give the heart a chance to speak, it speaks up, sometimes right away, because it's been aching to speak for so long, to be heard. So if you invite your heart to speak and you hold the space for your heart to speak, be ready with your ears open to hear what it has to say. Allowing the breath to come and go. And now bringing your awareness to the breath. On your next exhale, begin to bring the head, the shoulders up. And then just slowly kind of bring your hand to the side so you can maybe roll over kind of to one side of the leg, the hip, and then log roll down onto the back for our rebound. And feel that neutral spine on the ground. Or should I say, maybe it's not quite neutral or flat, but it's not rounded over our legs anymore. Supported. With your inner eye, bring your awareness to your third eye point between the eyebrows and up just a little bit. Let's intentionally breathe 3 rounds of breath just into that third eye point. Opening up the awareness of the third eye, our intuition. Let's exhale. And gently roll to one side and we'll come back up to seated. bring our legs wide, our feet wide. Our dragonfly, bring them as wide as you want. I still like to cover up my legs with a blanket. From here, so this is our gallbladder and our liver meridian on the inner part of the leg. And in Chinese medicine, this is our wood element. What we're going to do is just bring a hand across the belly and let's just reach over the top. And that over the top is going to be that part, that lung on the shoulder. You know, sometimes I like to have a block or a pillow beside that left leg and I rest my left arm and then I hold my hand. I'm going to let my top arm rest in that hand. So then my right arm feels like it's a little more supported. If you don't want your hand across the head, just leave your hand down, but maybe just kind of fold over one leg and just let yourself hang over one leg. So really find kind of what's going to allow you to settle in. And just bring that into your space. Knowing that you could always, anytime, we'll be here for about 4 minutes. Anytime you can bring the hand back over the head or you can lower it down. You don't have to commit to something the whole time. If that head gets tired, or those arms get tired, then just let that, your chest, go over that left leg or whatever way you were folded over. And then just let go. That liver is often known for the anger that might be associated when it's really depleted. But the liver also, to its credit, is what brings us creativity. So maybe allowing the body on an energetic level to sift through any of those moments of anger. And give birth to some creativity. Maybe even asking yourself, who am I? Who am I? Feel your in-breath. If you have your arm over your head, on an exhale, draw the arm up and come back with your shoulders over your hips. If you have that, if you're just folded over, just kind of lift up and back. And now we're not going to go right into our rebound. We're going to go over the other leg. So maybe for just a minute, we kind of look over the shoulder, or we just do any little movements that might feel nice on the back, and or the head, exactly, moving side to side. And if you had that block over on the other side to support your elbow, maybe moving it over. And then we'll lean over towards the other side. Maybe the arm comes up overhead, holding the hand. Or you can just fold over one of those legs. Remembering that our yin yoga is a place where we don't have, well, all yoga, but there's no right or wrong. We can change our minds. You can come into Shavasana right now if you really want. This is our time for ourselves to really nourish. When you close your eyes, allow the eyes to really rest. Maybe allow the low jaw to relax. Sometimes in yin yoga, when that fascia is releasing, you might feel like a little lengthening in an area. Sometimes I feel like my leg might jerk because it's lengthening maybe from that hip socket, like right now. So just kind of like rolls. So just not being surprised if things feel like they're moving, because possibly they are, they probably are. We can't always feel them, but sometimes we can. Not searching for that or not having that as our objective, but just knowing that that's part of the process of our yin yoga. Now one more breath in. And then let's exhale, bring the shoulders back up to the middle. Release the hands from over the head. Kind of pause with the heart lifted, the shoulders back, and stretching over to one side. You can move, kind of a little twist. And then make your way into your rebound. So do come onto your back now. We've done both sides. Let's come onto our backs. Maybe you'll hug the knees into the chest for just a moment. Feel that spine maybe pop. And then send the legs long and let's find our rebound. Let's notice our inhale. Then our exhale, a little goodbye breath to our rebound. We'll be back. And then rolling over to your side, we're going to come up to a seated position again. When we get to our seat, let's bring our soles of our feet together in butterfly. And this is going to activate our fire element. So that's what's going to bring that digestive fire going. It's going to kindle that fire. So our feet are together, the knees can be wide. And then maybe you bring your hands to your feet and you fold forward. And if it's not comfortable to have your feet together, if that's not accessible in your body, maybe bring the left foot in and then the right foot in front. And then just fold over. This is kind of like our easy pose in a way, our Sukhasana in our Vinyasa class. We either have kind of one foot in front of the other or soles of the feet together, folding forward. And then this is our heart and that small intestine. And that heart is where we have that joy and that happiness, but also can be a little storehouse for sadness too. So just being aware of that as we activate those meridians within us. And in our stillness, we offer that ear to hear the cries of our heart. This stillness is a way of experiencing our truth. This digestive fire supporting us in burning through and getting those benefits of what we digested earlier and discriminated that we need or can let go of earlier in our practice.
Noticing if you feel any resistance, maybe exploring that, maybe just letting it be there. Just be the witness, just noticing it, maybe visualizing it, where it is in the body. Just letting go. And now just noticing the in-breath, so we can notice the out-breath and begin to lift our heart, lift our shoulders, lift our head out of that out-breath, lifting out of the shape. Maybe we send our legs long. Maybe with our legs long, we just kind of bring our hands to kind of rub along the outside of the, like the side of the legs, and maybe along the knees. Maybe just pressing the thumbs on the inside of the calves, outside of the legs. And then we'll make our way down to our backs for our Shavasana, that everlasting rebound. And let this be just your ultimate surrender. Let this be that final moment where you just let it all go. Let that prana move, that chi move. The elements working and moving together. And your exhale, relax.
On your next exhale, relax. Relax. Without moving your hand, bring your awareness to your right hand. Relax the thumb and all the fingers of the right hand. Relax the palm, the wrist, the elbow, and the shoulder of the right arm. Relax the space from the top of the shoulders, from the shoulder to behind the ear along the neck. Relax the right shoulder blade. Relax the right hip. Relax the entire right side of the spine, the right side of the back body. Feel your side body relax and your breaths become easier and effortless. Relax the right side of your chest, the right side of your stomach. Relax the right thigh, the right shin, the right calf, and the right knee. Relax the entire right foot, including the ankle, the heel, and all the toes. Feel the entire right side of your body so relaxed, it's as if the left side is elevated and that right side is heavy, as if you were on the side of a hill. Now relax the left hand and all of the fingers and the thumb. Relax the left wrist, elbow, and shoulder. The biceps, the triceps, the forearm, the entire left arm relaxes. The left shoulder, the left side of the neck, and the top of the shoulders. The left side begins to feel heavier as you relax the left shoulder blade, the left hip, the entire left side of the back. Relax the left side of the chest, the left side of the stomach. Relax the left hip, the left ankle, the left knee, the top of the left leg, the back of the left leg, the entire left foot, all the toes. Now the whole body. The whole body relaxing, and maybe as though it's floating in space rather than heavy and grounded, but rather weightless. Your head is relaxed. Just relax. Relax. Maybe you want to stay lying down, relax some more. If you'd like to come up to a seated position, just sit in silence for a few moments. You can do so whenever you're ready, maybe rubbing your hands together or your feet together to ground just a little bit. Bring hands to the heart space. Maybe grounding into your sits bone to your feet, eyes, shoulders. Let's exhale. Inhale. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om
Mm.